What's up everybody, it's Critical. Today I saw a video that really salted my rectal flaps. It's from a flat earther as he harasses a NASA employee at a Starbucks, and it's truly just infuriating. I'm not gonna go into depth about how stupid flat earthing is, so I'll just sum it up by saying to anyone who truly believes the earth is flat, you're wrong. It's not an opinion, it's genuinely just you're wrong. Also, I'm sorry in advance that this troglodyte filmed this vertically. I guess flat earthers also don't believe in horizontal videos. Those must just be a scam from government reptilian humanoid officials. But anyway, let's dive in.
Pardon me? Alright guys, I'm here with a real NASA employee. Legit NASA employee.
So here's our protagonist. I didn't mean to pause it during a shaky cam screen, that's my apologies there. I know this looks like one of the fucking photographs from the Ring movies, but for how stupid this man's actions are from this point forward, I think it'd even be better if he had blurred his own face out.
And I asked him, I said, astronauts have almost died in space. They got water in their suit and they almost drowned. And he said it was because of saliva.
I'm gonna get this out of the way. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about here. I don't know about astronauts drowning in space, except maybe drowning in pussy when they get back from space. That makes sense to me. But as far as this man's lunacy is concerned, I don't know what the fuck he's going on about. I also don't see why this topic is the smoking gun for flat earthers. Astronauts have a dangerous job. We knew it. The earth is flat. Also, this badly bearded biker-looking dude is the founder of an official Flat Earth Talk panel and website or something, and they were really excited that he ran into a real NASA employee in the video description.
This guy right here, hold on, I'm gonna wait for him to get at the front of the line, and then I'm gonna ask him some more questions. There's a real NASA employee right here.
Just wanted to point out this badly shaven beard here. This is a weak beard game. It looks like a hairy toilet seat. If you do this with your beard, stop. I know why he's doing this. He wants to make it look like he has a stronger jawline than he has, and it doesn't even look like he has a jawline, judging from this angle. It looks like his neck is trying to eat his cheeks, and with the way his beard is shaven, it looks like armpits. If I didn't see his nose, I would be 100% convinced I'm looking at a close-up of an armpit.
Hey, my man, sir. Just the spacewalk. He won't talk to me, sir.
Now this mongoloid is starting to attract attention to himself. The other customers have now been made aware of his presence, and unfortunately for them, they're in for quite the shit show coming up.
Look, he was all nice. He gave me NASA cartoon freaking emblems.
That is a sticker, you stupid, soggy scrotum of a man. It is a fucking sticker. It's not a cartoon thingy emblem, it is a sticker.
Now he won't talk to me. He won't talk to me at all. Sir, just tell them why they almost drowned in space. Please.
Have a nice day, okay?
Come on, you won't even chat with me?
Nope.
You hate Americans? Is that it?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
How the hell did you get that? Don't ever accuse me of that again.
Well, hey, I'm just
Okay?
curious. If you won't chat with me and answer my question.
Now this fucking degenerate makes his move and starts harassing the NASA employee and then accuses him of hating Americans because by not answering one lunatic's stupid questions it means you hate all of America. I guess at no point in this man's underdeveloped brain did he happen to think, maybe it's a little uncomfortable for him to answer a question on camera while I'm being a dick to him.
I don't have to chat with you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Step
true.
over there, okay? I'm done
You're not
talking.
the boss of me, bro. I'll leave because you asked me to. It's fine. But this NASA's a fraud, bro.
Alright.
They lie about everything. That's cool. I was just trying to ask questions.
I love that line from the Lord of Greece and Ignorance. You're not the boss of me, bro. It's like a fucking toddler who just got told the Power Rangers aren't a real crime-fighting organization. It's amazing, and he says this right after he was demanding answers from the NASA employee. It's just, holy shit, amazing.
Yeah. Well, I just got kicked out of Starbucks for asking NASA employee questions because he's lying. He's a blatant liar.
You didn't get kicked out because you were asking questions, dipshit. You got kicked out because you were harassing him and being a general fucking inconvenience to everyone around you. When you go into a room, you bring everyone's mood down. You sweat incompetence, and people can smell that and they don't like it. I'm all for letting people believe whatever they want to believe, but when you're gonna be this big of an asshole about it and try to actively go against scientific evidence, then I take an issue with it. Not gonna play any more of the video because it's just him outside saying he got kicked out for trying to uncover the truth, NASA's a fraud, everyone's being lied to. Basically just the same shit over and over again. I don't think I'll ever truly understand why all of a sudden people in our society go against science, like the anti-vaccination crowd, or also police agencies who say their drug whisperers are more reliable than proven science. It just doesn't make any sense to me. These people really just aren't smart enough to realize that everything in their lives right now is the product of science. Half of those people probably wouldn't be alive today. If they were born 100 years ago, they would have already been killed off by something like measles or perhaps an infection that they couldn't cure because they didn't have antibiotics. No one can really understand that concept. I just don't get it. I'll never understand it. But yeah, anyway, condoms off for that NASA employee for putting up with this bullshit and not throwing hands with this dude. And yeah, that's it. So yeah. Flat Earthers. It's low-hanging fruit. It's by far the easiest group to criticize, insult, poke fun at, etc. There's really nothing to be proud of. You're not a big man for doing it or anything. But I'm still going to do just that because I find the Flat Earthers to be the most fascinating and entertaining group of Cro-Magnon that are currently stumbling through this planet of ours. And today I just so happened to be watching a Buzzfeed video. I know it's almost as bad as believing in Flat Earth itself just by watching Buzzfeed, but this was beautiful because it was a collision of two worlds here. Flat Earth and Buzzfeed, some of the worst shit there is. And it was great because they have a staff member who believes in Flat Earth and went about why he believes in it and such, and talks about the science behind it. I'm putting science in quotes because it's just kind of like I banged two rocks together and I believe it's flat. But anyway, Ned Flanders here from Buzzfeed's going to take us through the Flat Earth basics. Take it away, diddly doodly.
Since I was a child, I've been naturally inquisitive, questioning anything and everything that didn't quite make sense. As I grew, I poured countless hours into a number of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories I believe and some of these theories I don't. But some of them I do.
This whole video screams satire, but the problem is they commit way too hard to the role, and it makes it very hard to discern whether or not it should be taken seriously. Based on what I've learned about BuzzFeed Blue, and more in particular the cast here and the purpose, it was meant to just be an over-the-top, entertaining, but still thought-provoking piece that tries to convince you that the Earth is flat. I really am not 100% sure, but A, it's not entertaining. The humor just comes because this guy's wearing a fake mustache and doing exaggerated facial expressions. Wow, that's fucking clever. And B, they focus very hard on what flat earthers actually believe in an attempt to convince you it could be flat, so it's just super fucking hard to know for sure if it's satire or not. I'm gonna treat it as though it's not satire because it's just not even well done if it is.
A lot of people would have you believe the Earth is round. Well, we'll see. What is the flat Earth theory? Well,
it's actually not a theory at all. In fact, it's an objectively, blatantly fucking wrong idea.
The flat Earth theory posits, there we go, that the Earth is not a globe, as you have come to know it, but is in fact a flat disc-like shape. Let me show you here. It's kind of a lot like this. Yeah. It suggests that the Earth's land masses lie flat.
One thing I've noticed in every flat Earth video I've ever seen, they all use children's toys to show that the Earth is flat and convince you that it's flat. So at least they can understand their audience that it's just a bunch of 6-year-old brains inside the body of greasy men and unattractive women.
Stood here, this is him, with a telescope. Boop, 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 boop. And he had his friend in a boat, boop, 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 ride a number of miles down the river. So this was what he was suggesting. Because of the curve of the globe, he shouldn't be able to see his friend after about 6 miles. The top of the sail should have been about 11 feet under his view, but instead, he saw his friend go like more than 6 miles. The whole time he saw the whole boat and the whole thing just like this. That led him to thinking that Earth is not a globe.
So there's the Bedford level experiment, or at least as far as BuzzFeed was willing to research into it. I like how he drew a little penis there to represent the man looking through the telescope, but it's a shitty experiment that was immediately debunked even during its time. The reason you could see the boat from one end to the other is due to atmospheric refraction. A man named Wallace actually set up discs along the same canal and showed that the middle disc is higher than the other discs because of the curvature. Usually I wouldn't even bother talking about how it was debunked, but because of all these soft micro penis in hand flat earthers using the Bedford level experiment to become a flat earther, I thought it was at least necessary. And it's fucking laughable because it shows they did no research of their own. And it'd be as if a man turns to Scientology because he watched an episode of Gurren Lagann. It's just fucking dumb.
possibly Kyrie Irving, Tila Tequila, and B.O.B.
You're not alone. There's almost 5 of us now. Look at these super successful intellectuals that are famous because of how smart and well-versed they are in science.
And this is where people kind of hit the wall on the flat earth thing. Where's the edge? Wonderful question. I've got answers.
I'm not saying they're good answers or make sense, but god damn it, I've got some.
So, to explain, this is essentially what the shape of the flat earth looks like. And of course, if these are the edges, your next question would be like, well, why haven't we fallen off? Well, that brings me to the ice wall. Using my handy dandy modeling clay for children, I'm gonna explain.
Oh, thank God, now I can take it seriously.
They believe that the Antarctic surrounds the Earth and keeps the water in between the ice mass, just like this. Look at that. These are the principles of the Flat Earth Society. Honestly, seeing it like this, it's not so crazy.
You know, he's absolutely right. After seeing it made out of Play-Doh here, looking like a fucking 3rd grade art project, I'm a believer. It's not crazy at all. I feel like I was crazy to ever even believe science and logic. Well, shucks, now I gotta fit in with the flat earthers. I'm gonna have to start denying climate change and having sex with my sister.
We understand the ice walls, we got all that figured out. You might say, what about the seasons? This is the most enjoyable part of the flat earth theory. It is actually suggested that the sun spins around the earth. I'm actually doing the opposite of that, but you know, give me a break, you can figure it out. The seasons changing when the sun is closer and further from the earth. The earth stays kind of a fixed number of miles away from the sun, so that's good. So, okay, so they believe in gravity, so we're good. No, they don't. Gravity is a hoax.
Well, you sold yet, asshole. Gravity is a fucking fib. The universe, the sun, everything bends and moves around the earth because the earth is the protagonist of the universe's manga. Open your fucking eyes, you goddamn troglodytes. The frogs are turning gay.
In the flat earth theory, the tides are not moved by lunar involvement. The tide shifts are connected to a magnet in the center of the earth. And we all stay here, not because of gravity, but because the earth and the sun are constantly and ever moving upward, like a tower of terror that you can never get off.
Well, that makes sense to me. The earth and the sun, it's like a fucking NASCAR race, and we're just the pit crew on board. Yeehaw! Can I get a hoo-wee?
This brings me to photographs.
Just a long section about how photographs are easily faked. Absolute genius.
Listen, global warming is gonna melt away that ice wall.
Global warming? You're not coming into the Flat Earth Society anymore, bud. We're rescinding that invitation. But yeah, thanks Buzzfeed for the eye-opening material, honestly. Really great shit. Earth is flat. Globe Earthers, I can't... You sheep. Stop believing the government's chemtrails. That's it. So yeah. I used to make fun of Flat Earthers. I thought it was all just a bunch of bullshit until today. Today I found 2 very convincing videos that grabbed me by the dick and led me towards the light. Evidence so compelling it's opened my 3rd eye. I'm gonna share the videos with you, and I trust that you will also now become part of the Flat Earth cult as a result of watching these videos. This shit's powerful.
Hi, Flat Earthers. Y'all know me, right? I am here just to tell you something. I want you to stay flat. Because if you don't, then the next generation is gonna suffer. Eh? Remember, flat.
When I saw jolly old Saint Nick preaching the good word of Flat Earth theory, I knew maybe this wasn't bullshit. Maybe there was something more to this. There's only 2 people I trust, and it's Santa Claus and Logan Paul. Both of them believe in Flat Earth. Maybe there's something to this. It's like the old Christmas jingle goes. Santa Claus, he'll fuck your bitch. Miss Saint Nick can suck a dick. Milk and cookies, fuck that shit. Leave him Flat Earth and a bottle of piss. Not a bad freestyle. What I'm saying is, fucking Santa Claus knows what's up. And if Santa Claus believes in Flat Earth, maybe I should too. So I started watching videos from the experts in the community, and then I finally found one that puts NASA to shame. Evidence that's indisputable, extremely compelling evidence, and I'm going to share it with you now.
Don't worry though, there is a way to scientifically prove that the Earth is flat, and it's a pretty simple experiment. I'll explain with the Lego Earth. Here we have a small flat Earth.
I think that's about all we need to see here. Checkmate, round earth sheep. Was that a little too much for your little reptile brains to comprehend? When the Lego set comes out, that's when you know shit's getting serious and scientific. I remember when Isaac Newton first proved gravity's existence using his Lego set and the world was blown away. And now this pioneer is doing the same, proving flat earth is true.
renderforest.com.
It was actually this video right here that convinced me without a shadow of a doubt that the earth is flat. Now, the symbolism here and the little nuance of the video game he's created might go over your head if you're some primitive round earther, but if you've opened your eyes, if you're a euphoric being like myself, who can see that the world is obviously flat, you would understand what the creator is trying to say here. He's like a fucking Mozart here, playing this beautiful symphony of truth with flat earth. You have to be injecting heroin to think the world is round and is spherical. It's the stupidest thing in the world. You have to be out of your mind, literally, to think that the world is round. Now, if you go into the comments section, some blasphemer was saying that the world is absolutely round, but luckily, this brave hero was able to disprove him with some just downright straight fucking facts. Just laying down a butt-fucking of facts into this man's butt-fuck hole. And with a name like Unbelievable Productions, you knew you didn't stand a chance in a debate against him. He will unbelievably butt-fuck you, especially with his production value like this. Now, let's get serious for a moment. Yeah, Flat Earth is a big fucking joke. The content they produce on YouTube is some of my favorite because there's shit like this and it's always super enjoyable to laugh at. But I do think the movement as a whole, which is somehow gaining steam, is super dangerous. Thinking the earth is flat, that's fine if you want to be some type of fucking troglodyte. I don't care if you believe that. But it's the idea that science is wrong and denying science where I get upset, and that's what's genuinely detrimental to society. Anti-vax and flat earth, they're basically the same thing, but for some reason they hate each other and think the other one is fucking dumb. But they're the same. They're born from the same idea that science is wrong and hurting us. And that's dangerous because these fucking idiots can't recognize that science is the only reason they're even alive today. Because half of these goddamn idiots would have already died fucking choking on a rock they ate because they thought it looked appetizing, or bathing in sewage and getting an infection, perhaps eating a block of plutonium because it smelt nice. These people would be dead without science, and yet for some reason they're the first to turn around and bash it and say it's wrong and a lie. Logan Paul, I don't think believes flat earth. I'm 100% certain he's just there to capitalize on the money there, sell some maverick flat earth merch to them, because these fucking idiots have so much disposable income that they seem to just want to get rid of all of their money, tossing it at lunatics building rockets in their backyard. So Logan Paul's smart to get into that market, and I don't think many of the people in the Flat Earth Society actually believe it. Like I said, I think they're just there to capitalize on all the disposable income they all seem to have. And you know what, that's completely fine by me. If you want to take money from these Tide Pod eating douchebags that are just too fucking dumb, I don't really mind, because they genuinely are promoting a dangerous idea to the impressionable children that science is evil and always lying to you. Don't believe science, just believe us. It's this weird indoctrination shit, a very strange cult. But yeah, anyway, what I wanted to really talk about today was the beautiful content they produce. And I really hope they do keep making these, because I watch them pretty often. And I wanted to make this today because the big news about Logan Paul being a flat earther and the flat earth movement is really growing again. I'm seeing a lot of posts on Facebook from dumb friends of mine in the past like, here's the truth, removing anyone that doesn't believe. Bless up, 100 emoji. Just shit like that. But keep up the great content, flat earthers. It's always nice to laugh at. And good shit. See ya. Flat earthers versus scientists. Can we trust science? Well, before even watching it, I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Yes. If there's one thing in the world you can trust, it's probably going to be science. The fucking hot dog man or flat earthers probably aren't the most reliable source of shit you can trust, I would say. That's like trusting the guy who sells you laced weed behind the dumpster to trust him with your finances. Alright, now I'm ready for action. Let's see if we can truly trust science. It's been a question on my mind for a long time. I'd always debate who's more reliable, a flat earther who's sniffing their own farts and shitting in their diaper, or science. And it's really a toss-up.
Hey guys. Puzzle piece, and then one of those pieces just wasn't fitting.
I'm always open
To who? Who went through their whole life hollow? knowing that they've been lied to, that the world is not a globe and a piece of them has been missing, and that's why they're still a virgin at 40 years old.
I'd like to tear them to pieces.
That looks like a flat earther. Part-time biker, full-time alcoholic, abusive father. Definite flat earther.
My name is Dan Glattman. I work as Dan the Waterman in the drinking water filtration.
Dan the Waterman doesn't believe in God?
Well, I've been.
He must have seen Rick and Morty while cleaning a pool once.
The scriptures in the Bible that point to a flat Earth.
I'm all for religion and believing what you want to believe. I think it's very important to find your own answers, but why use books like the Bible as a source of irrefutable evidence?
My name is Wendell. I am a
That's such a sensitive name. Wendell.
and scientific flat Earth.
Kind of guy that cries when he
Didn't start
jerks
out, and
off
no
because he
one
feels
starts
like he's
out as a flat
disrespecting
earther.
the actresses
But
with
I
his
had a lot
sin.
of questions. An observation at Salton Sea, and things just didn't add up down there. So we've gone back probably a dozen times.
Well, you can't
And
argue with
can
the facts, I
guarantee you
guess.
that there is no
I looked at the
curvature
water
of
once,
this.
and well, it wasn't falling off the side of the planet, so there's no way it's curved.
Discussion groups, panels, we've gone against opposition.
I
We've
have a
opposed
sneaking
ourselves.
suspicion all three of these are
Surprisingly
anti-vaxxers
enough,
as
flat
well.
Earth is its own worst enemy.
Well, they say it in 14 other
You
documents.
should read what NASA says, and you should listen to what
I
NASA
would
says.
love to see.
I would also
NASA
love to see that.
evidence
In
all
fact, I'm sorry, Wendell, to step on your toes over there, because I know you're a cornucopia of great information and calorie crusading, but I have to know. Is there actual documents from NASA saying the Earth is flat?
I'm what you call a globe denier.
So an idiot. A
You couldn't
fucking
even get me
idiot.
into a virtual
A limp-dicked
construct if I
loser.
can't find the
All synonymous
orders
with
myself.
globe denier.
Would find it to be an ice plane where we have a localized sun and our environment thrives there. You know,
I too
these
like
particular
science
people
fiction.
Have misled us on alternative media is just a thing of beauty for me.
When he says alternative media, he's not even talking about alternative media. He watches 4 subscriber YouTubers that are on the run for drug possession charges and child molestation who talk about flat Earth, and then he goes and raves about that video on his anti-vax Facebook groups.
And they're my mind because my mind isn't set. NASA is solely designed to change my mind.
Which it
From its
would if
inception,
you'd
from
read
its
anything
discovery,
from them.
Has been a television program.
Foundation for why I believe the Earth is flat. And I
Well, it
think
is,
you're wrong.
right?
I have evidence that proves it's flat.
Shelby, show us.
What type of
Curvature, I
it?
We're
just-
being misled. We're being deliberately misled.
But that's not
by
evidence.
mainstream
So
media.
what's your evidence? You're
We see
thinking?
too far. We see too far. We should
That's not
be able to
evidence.
see. I live in Dana Point.
Okay.
I can see San Clemente Island. We're 60 miles away.
I wake up in the morning and I
I'm
can
on the
see
beach.
the sun.
I'm on the beach.
It's evidence. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
By gobs of science.
It's gotta suck being a scientist in 2019. There was like a golden age of science in like a...
What is the question?
I don't understand.
Man, it almost goes far back as like maybe the 70s to 90s.
Anything is possible.
Scientists were like
I mean,
revered,
anything
but
is
now
possible.
there's like these fucking
I've got a-
limp-dicked
got a tremendous
lunatics
issue with
and
consensus
dusty
and proving
cootered old
I've been
soccer
spending a
moms that
lot
all of a sudden
time
think science is
arguing
evil.
with people that argue the
Just for a second. You're never going to get 100% of anyone. There is scientific
Except when you're talking about
consensus
globe Earth.
on a
That's
globe
100%.
Earth, there's scientific consensus on evolution.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a
Not big
scientist
issue.
say
Use the
that's
word
wrong.
theory.
And if you do, then that's a
know what
scientist that
theory
should
in
not be in that
science is an
profession.
extreme-
access to media and limited exposure. Until we're in university curriculums, we will continue to appear uneducated.
Well, that's not
What
true.
are the odds of that, Dan the
history of
Waterman?
science, we
The
had
dude who
many
pisses into the
occasions
filtration
that the
systems of
idea
homeowners' pools and
was not
rants
welcomed
about
by the
flat
society.
Earth and
Einstein
sheeps
was
that
one of
believe
them.
it's a globe?
Galileo.
Galileo
It's weird
was
that
one
you'd
of
seem uneducated
But
in a
if your
university
theory is an
situation.
authentic one, closer and closer to the truth. We never get there. Never.
Well, I
That's-
know that's true for you. And
No, that's a science.
Jesus,
That's
Wendell.
you guys. You think many billions of people do not believe, including myself.
And many more billions do.
So what?
So who's right?
Of course I can.
So the
When you say that we stole a conclusion
Check,
and you're trying
checkmate.
that,
Wendell wins again, baby.
that to me
The
is
40-year-old virgin has come with the gloves off and the condom on today.
no,
right
you're
now.
not. You're making
No,
an
we,
assumption.
sure,
Okay.
we do make assumptions.
God, it's gotta
Based on
suck
things that
arguing with
are
people with the
well
mentality of an
supported,
8-year-old.
proven
If gravity
We
is
don't
an
have to-
assumption, you show
Oh,
me
God.
the scientific method how you isolate gravity.
She doesn't believe in gravity.
It's the same thing. I have never seen one flat earther
I kind
use
of
math
feel
to
like
prove their
I
point.
wanna
You're wrong, actually.
develop
There's
some of
a,
this stuff a little bit
on
more
a
to
serious note,
high
there's a
level,
flat Earth
but I feel like
documentary
there's
where they
so
did
much
use
that I
math
haven't really even
and immediately
touched
proved
based on.
themselves wrong
Well,
at the end of it, so
I certainly
appreciate it. What the fuck? Didn't the three of you all just use NASA to prove the Earth is
I mean,
flat?
obviously, any organization.
So you don't even
can be
trust
wrong
your
on
own
certain things.
source?
They,
What?
They have individual.
That is absolutely not true.
Jim. I wouldn't lie to you.
And the other,
NASA's lying to you, my friend.
If there is one person you can trust, it is Dan the Waterman.
Perpetuate this massive fraud. Why would they?
Mind control, Spencer.
The benefit of doing
Okay, the benefit of it.
And make our dicks smaller.
$2 a day. Follow the money.
No, the little
Follow
guy.
the
Yep.
money.
The little guy.
That's what then when you
Hear the reasonable voice and say, "Yeah, that makes more sense than having this pizza.
I mean, Spencer, you can argue all day, but Shelby came at you with some concrete shit saying, we see too far. What does science have, huh? How far does science see? You know what I mean, Spencer? Checkmate.
I used to.
Thanks for the
agree
resub,
to.
Ruthless.
So I completely understand where you're coming
Menopause
from.
has not been kind to you, has it, Shelby?
Look, anybody who can overturn Einstein or some major theory is going to be eventually written in the halls of
Yeah.
science for the rest of their lives.
And it could be
But they
Dan
have
the
to come up
Waterman.
with the goods. They have to show good science-based evidence.
Wait until you
that
see the
what they
drawing
say
he
is
did on a
true, and
napkin,
they have to
Spencer.
withstand
It once
the
and for
test
all
of
proves
time,
that not
the
only is the
peer
Earth
review,
flat,
and
but
the
men that are
rigors
above
of
5'6" are
scientific
fake.
method.
All right.
Actors, robots. It's all proven.